Yo, what is up guys? It's Josh. Welcome to week 6 of Stocks and NFTs here on the Mcubed channel. Movies, money, marijuana. But before we start, a short disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor, nor do I claim to be one. Everything said here is for educational and entertainment purposes only. That being said, these are my opinions, so feel free to disagree in the comments down below and let me know what you think. Today we're going to be doing something different. Some of my last videos have had static noise in the background, so I'm going to use this new mic and see how that goes. Unfortunately, no video today, but let's get started. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about NIO, the automobile manufacturer most known for trying to compete with Tesla and trying to dominate the EV world, starting with the Chinese markets. NIO has its headquarters in Shanghai, specializing in designing and developing electric vehicles. They were founded back in 2014 with a current market cap of $74.6 billion. While Tesla has a market cap of $632.85 billion. Could NIO overtake Tesla in the near future? We'll just have to find out. So let's get started off with the Power Day event, because there were a lot of announcements that came out at this event, like projections being increased by the company with expansion plans and some rumors in terms of the total number of battery swap stations they have already done. Well, their plans right now is doing something Tesla never could. What we're seeing is that Tesla, by the way, if you guys didn't know, tried rolling out their own battery swapping technology back in 2014, but they quickly killed the project because they weren't successful with it. They didn't think this would work in the long term. But at the Power Day event in Shanghai, NIO said that they have now completed more than 2.9 million swaps, with the last report only being 500,000 in previous years. And in addition to this, right now they have over 301 power swapping stations in China. Next, their plans for overseas. Right now, NIO says they're increasing this year's goal to provide a better power service experience to its rapid growing users base. NIO will further expand NIO's power changing and swapping networks. This year, NIO has raised its target of having over 700 instead of 500 battery swap stations installed by year end. From 2022 to 2025, NIO commits to installing 600 new battery swap stations in China, and by the end of 2025, NIO will have more than 4,000 NIO battery swap stations worldwide, with around 1,000 being outside of China. And the last thing with their battery swapping station, this is probably the biggest and most exciting news yet. At the Power Day event, NIO said that they wanted to make the power changing and battery swapping system as a service fully available to the entire industry in order to share its achievements with the automotive industry and small electric vehicle users. We don't know the specific details yet of how they're going to achieve this or how they're going to work this new initiative, but all we do know is that they're going to start licensing out this technology and or building battery swapping stations that other manufacturers could use. This could generate billions of dollars in additional revenue for NIO. And let's move on, because that's just the beginning. With the last couple of days, we have had major announcements come from NIO. With their current status of expanding overseas into Norway, NIO can officially send home chargers, superchargers, and swapping stations into the country. They say that the home chargers and superchargers are going to be available to customers in Norway beginning September. They say the first rollout battery swapping stations are going to be by the end of this year. The important thing here is that they've received approval from all EU member states, which allows NIO to finally sell and operate throughout Europe. And down here we can see NIO Norway entrance timeline. They've launched the NIO app in July. By August they plan to have an ES8 test drive, and by September open up the order and delivery for the ES8. with a NIO household, service center, and swap station built close by in the city of Oslo. By 2022, they plan to have the ET7 order and delivery, and NIO plans to implement 4 initial second-grade generation battery swap stations in 5 Norwegian cities. And right here, we'll just take a quick look at the NIO ES8 New Horizons. As we can see, there's a simple luxury sedan with a 6 to 7 seat options. We'll continue down. It's built out of 1 frame aluminum and comes with 25 safety options. Luxury, the 6 to 7 seats, renditions, the inner consoles, ambient lighting, and more pictures. We'll take a quick look at the NIO house as well, which will be exclusive to NIO owners. As you can see here, there are 7 main areas: a lab, a library, cafes, Joy-Con for the kids, a gallery for their products, living room space, and forum space. Let's continue. We just had some leaked information come from NIO about the next country they're going to be expanding into, and that is into Germany, because NIO just released a job posting for a general manager in Germany. They haven't confirmed that this is going to be their next move or that's where they're going, but when you break this down, this is pretty obvious that this is where it is headed. When we look at this job posting, it says NIO is now looking for a general manager to lead its business development in a selected country. You will be the key person developing our organization and business, and will very much rely on your current expertise and knowledge to secure our success. NIO is extremely user-centric, since our users are the only thing that makes us successful and motivates us to invent new products. Just by looking at the key responsibilities, this is a position where it will be your job to make it so NIO is successful in Germany, so they can start expanding overseas. And I think that's what we're starting to see, because right now NIO has design centers in Germany, and it's the only place in the world where they have a global design center. It's been operating in Munich for years, so it would make perfect sense for their next expansion to be into Germany. In addition, Germany is also a major European country with one of the largest GDPs of all countries in Europe. This is a major market to be tapped into. And finally, going into Germany, everyone says, well, NIO has job postings in a bunch of countries all over the world, so what makes this different? Well, this job posting is different because we know the expansion will happen. They've talked about it, expanding overseas. They said Norway is going to be their first country. After that, they're going to jump into other countries. And looking at all the evidence, Germany would be the best play here. So all of this is pointing to the fact Germany is going to be the next country in Europe. Obviously, I think they're just getting started in Norway, but I think it seemed exciting to see how these plans contained and developed, how expansion continues to go, because a lot of their plans right now are reliant on them becoming a global brand, not just in China, and that's what's really gonna make them an established company. Right now, if NIO dominates the Chinese market, that's all they really need to become a worthy company competing against Tesla. When you look at it, NIO sells over 20 million vehicles in China every single year. So if NIO could dominate the Chinese market alone, and I believe they can because they're a Chinese-based company that is backed by their own government. And why wouldn't their government want this Chinese company to succeed? And I think all of these reasons alone could make it so NIO dominates the Chinese market ahead of Tesla. And if they're successful at expanding overseas, this will be a major game changer. If this happens, NIO having autonomous driving technology and their battery swapping stations could lead NIO to become the future of gas stations. I think all this is why NIO can reach and possibly surpass Tesla in the future. They have many exciting plans developing right now. So just looking at the expansion plans and what they're doing with the battery swapping stations, that alone I think is gonna push the stock price up even higher. And analysts agree. Analysts right now are saying that they've upgraded NIO stock price and that it could rally up to 50% by the end of this year. They're saying they expect NIO's volume growth momentum to pick up on strong EV demand and competitive premium EV propositions and established brand traction. They say in addition to Chinese consumers who really like NIO, there are those who still like the American and European brands, but because NIO is so popular and has had a strong brand recognition, they have the NIO App, NIO Houses, and they have NIO's Life. Right now, many analysts are saying that NIO has a strong brand attraction, a solid product offering with solid reputations among its consumers and new customers. And they think what's really going to help propel this business is going to be Generation Z. In the analyst's view, Generation Z is going to be the most concrete car buyer for NIO in the coming decade, and what's going to really push them over the edge and continue to propel the stock price higher. Well, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed learning something about NIO. Do you hold any NIO in your portfolio? Let me know in the comments down below, and stay tuned for next week's episode on the Mcubed channel.